Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Alex. I'm here with Nina. I don't know why you made the decision to stay so close to this pathetic drought of a stadium, but here you are. Listen, you're here with your dad as well. I mean, is he disappointed with the result? Are you? I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you fancy coming on? I don't even know.
Dad, are you disappointed? I think he thinks it's fair because he predicted 2-2 today. So well.
He's smiling with gritted teeth.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I'd be our lucky charm because I've not been to Old Trafford before.
Never.
That's my first time, but no, I'm not. The curse continues. Was it 13 years now?
Something like that, yeah. Can't keep track anymore.
It'll be another year anyway. But do you know what? Considering we conceded as well in such a silly way with the penalty, and then it was almost like nervy that we needed to score because there was no way we could lose that game. If we'd lost that game, it'd been completely different. But you know, going into this game, I thought, this is a great time to play Man United, isn't it? You know, there's a lot of chaos going on at the moment. We're the ones that are sort of winning our games. And I think that's a very different dynamic to how we came into our seasons, because I think United were more optimistic about their season over summer and we didn't really know what to expect. And that obviously kind of flipped on its head and it's very different. Last year when we played them away, we said, again, this is the best time to play them because that's when their sort of losing streak began. But it didn't really matter because they beat us last season as well. I think what happened today was we felt the pressure a little bit because the players arrived today hearing everything that happens midweek with the fact that we rested a lot of our first team players, and it kind of was like there's no excuse, you know, you're all fit, you're all well, you should all be able to go out there and play. And I think that at times we maybe lacked we were a bit reluctant to take a risk on the pitch at times in the first half as well, and I think that shouldn't have been the case because we've got a lot more quality, especially in the final third, much better, and it's proven. It's not just me saying as a Chelsea fan, we've had much better quality in the front three this season than Man United have. So I thought that's what we should have capitalised on a little bit more, because there was some half chances and I didn't really think we could make anything of it. But initial reaction to the lineup, though, I don't really know why we started Reece James on the left again.
I am totally with you. Would
it.
you have started Cucurella and you would have been happy with that? Because that's how I
Yeah.
felt. That was the only decision. I didn't understand it.
Absolutely, and it was reinforced by him coming on as a substitute in the second half, but he actually should have started the game in the first half because I don't think Malagusto worked. You know, inverting, I thought he misplaced a lot of passes, and I thought that accommodated for him because then Cole Palmer was sort of in the left pockets and the left spaces, and I think he does much better on the right. So then what that did was that it inhibited Madueke's game on the right too, because him and Palmer have developed this little partnership on the right hand side. So that little one decision kind of really changed the dynamic on the pitch, and then Maresca obviously spotted it because then he changed it. He brought on Cucurella, Reece James went out on the right, but I don't really want to see that again. I kind of get it because Malagusto has been so good and he's as good offensively as he is defensively for us. Last season, you know, he stepped up big time in Reece James's absence, but Reece James is back now, and Marc Cucurella has been a brilliant left back. I think that's fair to say. You know, he was good off the back of
Best
last
in the league.
season. I don't think that's unfair to say. Best in the league.
We had this debate the other day, didn't we?
We had this debate the other day, yeah. It's going to get clipped up. But no, he's made a case for himself. You know, at the Euros, the way he started out this season, and he comes on, he brings so much energy. But yeah, I just truly would have liked to see a little bit more intent from us. But obviously, Moises Caicedo, man of the match. Let's talk about that positive. What a goal. Obviously, Caicedo loves himself a nice goal because, yeah, that was incredible. And did you see it go through Mudryk's legs, but perfectly?
No, I didn't.
Did you not? It literally went
like a silent
through.
assist.
A silent assist, because I thought if he'd blocked that shot, Dad said Mudryk almost saved that from going in. But yeah, no, good from Caicedo.
I mean, I think that honestly we are starting to see Kaiso improve to a level that we didn't even know he was capable of getting to when he first joined. I mean, he was a very good player at Brighton, but there's only so many heights you can reach at a club like Brighton, no disrespect. And now coming into a team with more quality around him, you're seeing him get better each week.
Absolutely, and that's all we want, because at the end of the day he arrived with this expensive price tag that really does weigh down on him a lot. It's the first thing people bring up. It was the first thing people brought up last season, you know, Moises Caicedo, how much money did you spend on him? But he was young and I thought it was unfair that he cost that much, but there was a lot of demand for a player in his position, especially in the Premier League at the time. You know, Liverpool were looking, there was a lot of other clubs that were in for a player like Caicedo, Caicedo, but he's improved, and there is a clear and obvious statement there that he's improved a lot more than Enzo Fernandez has, because he is starting alongside Lavia.
It's almost like the opposite way around, isn't it?
It is actually true, because we brought in Caicedo to make and elevate Enzo Fernandez's game, but actually now he's not actually starting because they're not working as a duo as much, and Maresca is thinking that Caicedo and Lavia are the better duo. At the moment it's working out. I think Lavia definitely wasn't his best game today. I think he misplaced quite a few passes. There was a time in that first half where he did feed a great ball into Cole Palmer, but he didn't quite make anything of it. But look, again, he's so new. People forget he's like a new signing almost, because Lavia was injured for a whole season and he's not had the time to build chemistry with a lot of our players yet. He slotted in on the first day against Manchester City and looked like a proper midfielder. So I believe in him. I think he's got a lot more to show, and but we need, I was about to say we need 3 points with chess, but we play Arsenal next weekend.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think a lot of fans would be confident, but then you look at our goalkeeping situation, and again, it's Robert Sanchez conceded the penalty, and unlike last season, wasn't able to save it.
Yeah, and that reinforces the fact that we're fine with our attack. You know, our attack is going great. We're scoring goals for fun, but what's the point when defensively or our goalkeeper's going to give goals away here and now? Like we saw against Liverpool, the mistakes, and it's just those things that let us down sometimes. It's the difference between walking away with all 3 points or sharing them, like it was tonight. And, you know, I won't blame Sanchez entirely. I think Wesley Fofana had fault for that as well, because, you know, he lost his man and then he kind of just left it for Sanchez there, and I don't know how he thought he was going to get his hands on that, but yeah, and it's just ridiculous. And then what do you do? Where do you go from there? A goalkeeper like that shouldn't be doing things like that, but then he didn't come in as a #1 keeper, did he? So who's to blame for that?
Just to finish off, Neto, I mean, what did you make of his performance? He started on the left, then we went over to the right side. I mean, do you think he improved then? Would you start him on the left or right in future?
I think his better games have been on the left, but again, I think he was ignored a little bit. I didn't think he had much of the ball in the first half, but you know, something about Neto is his movement off the ball. That's really effective. You know, he gets himself into spaces. I think sometimes our players won't read that, won't make that forward pass to him, but he moves so much. Madueke at times looked a little bit slower, a little bit more flat, but that's when you see the comparison with someone like Neto, who's running, working his socks off to try and chase the ball to get there. And I think Neto's such a good player. He definitely has made a case for himself to be a regular starter in the Prem. Again, it's hard to say that today and everyone had an exceptional game, because that's not true, but there are certain sparks there. I think we should have maximised that a little bit more, but I think maybe we felt the pressure. And again, Old Trafford's a tough place for us. You can see it statistically. There's something about this ground, and we're still yet to win here.
Thank you so.
Yeah, a long time.
Hey, listen, hopefully next year we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah, I'll come again.
Good to see you.